Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So my name's Katie and today I'm going to be doing my Christmas book haul, which is very exciting, and happy Boxing Day everyone. I hope everyone had a good Christmas day. I've done something crazy to my hair. I made it go all curly because I put it up and kind of pinned it in place all the way around. So it kind of looks a bit crazy, but I quite like it. I used to have crazy curls when I was little, and they used to be ginger as well. I wish I was still ginger, but anyway. So we'll see how this look goes, but I think it's quite cool. Last night I looked like a sort of 1950s housewife with all my little pinned curls. But I think it's quite fun, so yeah, anyway. So today's video is a book haul. So it's some books that I bought myself / were sent to me, and then also by publishers. And then also some Christmas gifts from all you lovely people, which I'm so thankful for. I would never expect anything, but I'm always in awe of people who send gifts. And I mean, I love sending gifts to my booktube friends, so it's a lot of fun. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to opening those. So I have a little stash down here. It's always a bit of chaos, and then there's boxes everywhere, but it's a lot of fun. I love Christmas time. So yeah, so let's just get started with so I'll do the unboxing bit first, and then I'll go on to the books that I kind of bought for myself. Because well, I think it was Black Friday weekend, there was a Waterstones had on whatever you call it, triple points if you spend over £100. So it basically got all my family all the books they wanted, but then there was a bit of extra room, so I just added a few books on. Okay, so here we have our first parcel. I was trying to guess what's in there. This one feels maybe hardbacky. Okay. Also got my Christmas nails done, which is very exciting to me because normally I never have nail varnish and keep them trimmed really short because of hospital. So it's nice when you're off for a couple of weeks to get your nails done. Okay. Oh, I was wrong. It's not hardback. Okay. So we have a gift from the lovely Tammy, and I know she read this one recently, so I'm really excited, and she thought I would love it. So yeah, it says, "Happy Christmas, Katie. Hope you love this one as much as I do," from Tammy. So this is Eva Evergreen, the Semi-Magical Witch. It's actually really nice. I don't know how to describe it, but the texture of this book's really nice. And yeah, look how cute the cover is. Look at that little creature. So yeah, Tammy said this is a really wholesome, I think middle grade-y. I think it's also similar to Kiki's Delivery Service, which I love. It's one of my favourite Studio Ghibli films. So yeah, I love Gigi, and I have little Gigi earrings. Well, I've got my Christmas tree earrings in, but I do have some Gigi earrings, which are really cute. Yeah, so I'll read the synopsis. So Eva Evergreen is determined to earn the rank of novice witch before her 13th birthday. If she doesn't, she'll lose her magic forever. For most young witches and wizards, it's a simple test. The only problem, Eva only has a pinch of magic, and to add insult to injury, whenever she overuses her magic, she falls asleep. Aww. When Eva lands in the tranquil coastal town of Orteri, the residents expect a powerful witch, not a semi-magical girl. So she comes up with a plan, set up a magical repair shop to help Orteri and prove she's worthy. Except Eva's bitter magic may not be enough for the biggest magical storm in history that threatens the town she's grown to love. Oh, this just sounds so good. I think I'm going to absolutely love this. Eva must conjure up all the magic, bravery and cleverness she can muster, or Orteri and her dreams of becoming a witch will wash away with the storm. Oh yeah, this sounds like a lot of fun, so I'm really excited to read this. And thank you so much, Tammy. And oh, I just can't... It's so nice. This would be a great ASMR book. Oh. Yes, I'm very excited for this one. So we'll pop that in there. I always keep the little gift note in the books, but I think I need to start gluing them down because sometimes when I read the book they always fall out and then it's a bit annoying. But yeah, okay, so next one. We have a lot of these size parcels. There's only one or two which are different shapes to make it a bit more exciting. But yes, so I've got this one. Oh, I just want to ASMR everything with my fancy nails. So yeah, so let's open this one. Ooh. Okay, so we have The Witness for the Dead by Catherine Addison, and this one's from Robin. Yeah, this is the sequel, kind of companion to the Goblin Emperor, and I love the Goblin Emperor, and I have actually read Goblin Emperor, and I have actually read this one and really enjoyed this one as well. And this is I read an arc, but I love the covers for these so much. I'll get the Goblin Emperor out. actually it's wedged in, but just the design of the cover is so pretty, and like I love the vibes. And this one's kind of a murder mystery, it's a bit wholesome, and her writing is like so comforting, I don't know. And Goblin Emperor is very like cinnamon rolly, and this one's kind of similar. I would say this one's maybe a bit more like serious, but it's still like those cozy vibes, and like definitely kind of Becky Chambersy vibes. So I highly recommend this series. And yeah, oh, it's so pretty. I love the like poison and the skulls. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, so next one we have here another the whatever you call this shape, rectangular. It's been too long since I did my maths A level. Okay. Oh, this is chunky. Okay, so you have the Beast Warrior, and I have a feeling I might know who this one's from. Oh yeah, so this is from Rue, which I know she loves this series. So her and Nicole have been like, their like hype for this series has been persuading me to read it. So this is the second book, but I was just so sure I would love it that I put the second book on my wish list, and I have the first book, which is coming later in this haul. So yeah, like how pretty the cover is. And I wasn't expecting it to be this big. It's like over 600 pages, and I swear this is a middle grade series. But anyway, actually, I feel like some middle grade series are really long, like the Keeper of the Lost Cities books. They're audiobooks for those, like one of them is about 24 hours. Yeah, so anyway, this is the Beast Warrior. I'm not 100% sure what this one's about. So I'll talk about it in the Beast Player when I do the synopsis for that, because this is the sequel, so it's not really like, the synopsis wouldn't be sort of relevant, so yeah. But it's so pretty, like looking at the colours. Okay, I'm very easily pleased by shiny colours. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, then next we have a little mini one. He's so cute. So open this one. Ooh, this is another shiny cover. Look at that. Shiny. I don't know if you get the full effect of the shine there. Okay, so this is from Andrew, from Reading Andrew. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm very excited for this one. So this is Pet, which I'm not 100% sure what it's about, but I've heard really good things. So let's read the synopsis. So Pet is here to hunt a monster. Are you brave enough to look? There are no monsters anymore, or so the children in the city of Lucille have been taught. Jam and her best friend Redemption have grown up with this lesson all their lives, but when Jam meets Pet, she begins to question what she's been told. Pet has come to hunt the evil lurking in Redemption's house, but how do you save the world from monsters if no one will admit they exist? That sounds really cool, and I've heard like really good things about this, and the cover is stunning. So yeah, and I've heard really good things about the author as well. It's not really long actually, it's only just 200 pages. So yeah, and this is a really cute little book. I don't know if is it bigger than a normal book? No, not bigger, smaller. No, it's the same size. I don't know why it feels so small, but it's really cute, and I'm really excited to read this. Okay, so next we have another long shape. You can sort of see the book, it's been like vacuum sealed. Let's open it this way this time. Here we go. Ooh, this one is a hardback. Ooh, very pretty. Okay, here we have The Nature of Witches, which is really pretty. I love this cover. I like the hair. Hair looks crazy like mine does. Oh, yeah. So this is from Caitlin. Oh, she says, well, Caitlin's also a final year medical student, and she says this will be our last year as non-doctors and probably our last year of not working Christmas Day. Yeah, which is very true, but also made the most of this year. Yeah, okay, so this is, I'm not 100% sure what this one's about, but I know it has to do with climate change. So it says, for centuries witches have maintained the climate, their power peaking in the season of their birth. But their control is faltering as the atmosphere becomes more erratic. All hope lies with Clara, whose rare magic is tied to every season. In autumn, Clara wants nothing to do with her power. It's wild and volatile, and the price of her magic, losing the one she loves, is too high, despite the need to control the increasingly dangerous weather. In winter, the world is on the precipice of disaster. Fires burn, storms rage, and Clara finally accepts that she's the only one who can make a difference. In spring, she falls for Sang, the witch training her. As her magic grows, so do her feelings for him, until she's terrified Sang will be the next one she loses. In summer, Clara must choose between her power and her happiness, her duty and the people she loves before she loses everything. So this is obviously a like seasonal, what's that? Something, I saw some art. Oh no, it's like a little flower. Yeah, so this sounds really good. I love the sort of witchy vibes. And the climate vibes. I love books which are sort of centered around the weather and like the seasons and the atmosphere. I think it's gonna be really cool. And it's such a pretty cover as well. And ooh, look at that. That's so pretty. I love it when naked hardbacks are like pretty. It just adds a little extra oomph. Yes, I'm really excited to read this one. So we have another oblong rectangular shaped parcel. My brain's not working today. Very exciting. Okay, I'm not sure this one has a note. Does it have a note? No. But I have a feeling this might be from Justine from I Should Read That. But this is like from Uncommon Stars, which is one of my favourite books of the year. Oh, I didn't realise the cover, the like spine is like a different shade. Oh, that's so cool. Let's see if there's any naked hardback now. It's just a plain naked hardback. Oh well, but yeah, the content inside is the best. So it doesn't even need a pretty design on the naked cover. So yeah, so this is like from Uncommon Stars, and this is one of, as I said, one of my favourite books I've read this year. It's just so like cozy, the vibes like very Becky Chambersy, the like story and the people in the story are just so like, their stories are just so heartwarming, and we're basically following a few different, I think the three main POVs. So one is Katrina, and she has just run away from home because she's trans, and she's trying to make her way as a violin player. So, and then she gets taken in by Shizuka, and she is like the famous violin trainer. She used to be like a player, but now she trains people. But she has made this deal with the kind of devil that she'll train like 7 prodigies, and then once they've sort of reached their peak, they'll be sacrificed to this devil. So Katrina is like her 7th trainee. So that's sort of one storyline. And then there's also these aliens who've come to Earth because they're escaping like the end times in their solar system. And they're setting up a donut shop. I'm not entirely sure why they set up this donut shop, but I think it's to hide like they're doing their repairs on the spaceship. And then the storylines kind of interact, and it's just all so good, and it's so cozy, and like the food and the donuts, they'll make you want a donut. And there's a sapphic relationship, and just everything is just so like, so would highly recommend this one. So yeah, look at how pretty the cover is. Yeah, okay. Okay, so then last one, we have a little box. I think I might know what this one is due to its size. Yeah. And I guess I was right. Okay, let's get out the... so this is from Skylar. And this is the Shattered Sea series. So the first one is Half a King, and then Half a World and Half a War. So I'll try and open them. So this is Joe Abercrombie. It's not set in the First Law world, it's set in a different world. And I have actually read them before, but that was quite a long time ago, and I read them on audio, on Scrib, so I didn't even keep the audiobooks. So I wanted to reread them again. And the physical copies are so pretty that couldn't resist. Yeah, so thank you very much, Skylar. This is way harder than it looks. Yeah, so this is kind of set in like a Norse world with it's quite, as per normal Abercrombie, it's quite grimdark, but I think this is actually a YA series. I need to get some scissors. Oh, there we go. It's a YA series, although I would say it's pretty like crossovery with adult. I think it's just mainly that the characters are a bit younger. And also books 2 and 3 have some of my favourite relationships in them. I love them. So that's book 1. Oh, they're so pretty. And they're like a papery texture, which is really cool. Then Half a War. No, Half the World. and Half a War is the last one. So I'll read the synopsis of the first one. So it's Prince Yarby has vowed to reclaim his throne. First, he must survive cruelty, chains, and the bitter waters of the Shattered Sea, and he must do it all with one good hand. Born a weakling in the eyes of the world, Yarby cannot grip a sword or swing an axe, so he must sharpen his mind to a deadly edge. Gathering a fellowship of the outcasts, he finds they can help him more than any noble could, but even with loyal friends at his side, Yarby's path may well end as it began, in twists, traps, and the death of a king. So yeah, so it's really fun. Well, fun. And I remember really liking some of the characters in this series. I think in book 2, there's, is it Thorn and whatever the guy's called, but I love them so much. Joe Abercrombie relationship dynamics are so funny. Yeah, so I'm really excited for this series, and it looks so pretty. Yeah, so that's that. Okay, slight change of outfit and possible change of angle. But another parcel just arrived, so I wanted to film this because it was the same day, so I just thought I'd film it quickly and then I can just edit it in. So yeah, so we have another parcel, the same size as all the others. They're like rectangular size, so I love that, like ripping open. It's a very satisfying noise, so we'll see. Ooh. So this is Monstrous, volume 6. And I have a feeling I know who this one's from. Oh yeah, so this is from Sophia. Very happy with this, so thank you so much. Oh, she said the best graphic novel for the best person I know. Oh, that's so sweet. So thank you. And yeah, this is volume 6 in an amazing graphic novel series. I really love it. So what I've read so far, I think I've only read up to volume 4, so I'll have to binge volumes 5 and 6. But I'm so excited for them. This cover is so pretty. And the artwork is just stunning. Let me see if I can find Kipper, who's my favourite. Yeah, look, there she is. Look how cute she is. She's like a little fox girl. I just love her so much. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I might have to read them soon actually. Just seeing this has made me so excited. I like seeing the art of Kipper and stuff. So yeah, thank you so much, Sophia, again. And yeah. So then next we have books which I got for myself / were sent by publishers. So the first one is Jade Legacy. So I've had this one was like pre-ordered for about over a year. Yeah, like as soon as it was available to pre-order, pretty much I pre-ordered it. So this is the final book in the Greenway saga, which I loved. I loved every book in that series. I think I gave them all 5 stars. Jade Legacy is like the perfect conclusion. Oh, it was so good. If you want to hear more about it, I think it's a wrap-up. It might be a wrap-up or a recent reads. But I definitely talk about it in one of them. And yeah, and I'll also be probably gushing about it in my favourites of the year video. But yeah, so, and also I did the like pre-order thing and got this pretty like art print with all the calls. And then also there's like a signed book plate. So I think you can actually, oh yeah, the back peels off, it's like sticky, and you can stick that in the book. And then a little bookmark with the Green Bone Warrior Oath on. I didn't even know that was a thing. I knew the start and the end. But yeah, so that's really pretty. So I'm glad I have those. So yeah, so that's that one. Okay, the next we have The Vanished Bird. So I've seen also this cover, the UK cover, it's very like a UK sci-fi cover. The US cover is really pretty, but I quite like the UK one. It's just something of like classic-y, I don't know. And I've heard loads of hype for this on Twitter. So I thought it sounded really cute, so I wanted to read it. I've heard it's also pretty emotional. So I'll read the synopsis. So it says, a woman out of place and outside of time. Decades of travel through the stars are condensed into mere months for Nia Imani. The captain of a transport ship contracted to the Mumbai company. She lives only for the next paycheck until the day she meets a mysterious boy fallen from the sky. Broken by his past, he is now hunted. The boy was born with a gift that threatens the Mumbai company's vice-like control of the settled worlds. Fumiko Nakajima, the matriarch of the bird-like stations used by Mumbai to control vast tracts of space, has been searching for someone with his ability for centuries. She has found him. Spanning decades and crossing light years, their story will take them to the fringes of settled space where the laws of civilization do not apply, where ultimately he will have to decide between fate, family, and humanity. Oh, one of the quotes is, the story takes on a tone and depth that recalls an N.K. Jemisin novel. That's interesting. I do love N.K. Jemisin, so I'm very excited for this one. I think it's going to be really good. And I've heard like nothing but praise pretty much, so yeah, I'll have the tissues ready. Okay. Then next we have The Hollow Empire, which is a sequel to City of Lies. I haven't read City of Lies yet, but I'm very sure I'm gonna love it. And this cover is really pretty. And it's basically, I think this is what I've gathered from the synopsis of City of Lies, following a sibling pair, one of whom is like a poisoner, and I think one of whom is involved in like politics in the city. Yeah, so I think that's sounds like a lot of fun and sounds very like chaotic energy. I've heard there's lots of bisexuals, which I always love. Yeah, and this cover is just really cool. And like there's, I don't know if you can see, but there's like little, almost looks like embers, but it's like little gold foiling. It's so cool. And there's an essay Chakraborty quote on the cover, which I always love. I feel like I don't normally fall victim to the like quotes on the cover, but if it's an author I love, then it just makes me like want to read it more. So yeah, I think the only time I've like been tipped over the edge into buying a book because of a quote was Threadneedle, and there's a Robin Hobb quote on the cover. Okay, so then we have The Beast Player, which I got the sequel from Rue earlier in the video. But yeah, so this is The Beast Player. So I'll read the synopsis for this one. So Ellen's family have an important responsibility, caring for the fearsome serpents that form the core of their kingdom's army. So when some of the beasts mysteriously die, Ellen's mother is sentenced to death as a punishment. With her last breath, she manages to send her daughter to safety. Far from home, Ellen soon discovers that she can talk to both the terrifying water serpents and the majestic flying beasts that guard her queen. This skill gives her great powers, but also involves her in deadly plots that could cost her life. Can she save herself and prevent her beloved beasts from being used as tools of war? Or must she or must she face the terrible battles to come? So that sounds amazing. I love, the covers are just so pretty. And like talking to animals, I love. And like the wolf and stuff, it's giving me Phipps energy. And I just peeked at the synopsis for the second one and it said something about a doctor, so I always love any sort of medicine, healing vibes. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one, and I think I'm gonna love it. It just sounds like my kind of thing. And I've heard as well, I think I've heard about this one, that it has like Studio Ghibli vibes, so again, that's something I just love, so very, very hyped for this one. Okay, then next we have the books 2 and 3 in the, what is the trilogy called? The first one's called The Ninth Reign. I'm not entirely, the Winnowing Flame trilogy. So we have The Poison Song and The Bitter Twins, and these are such pretty covers, like, oh. And yeah, so the first book is again like very chaotic energy. We're following like 3 main characters. One whose name I've forgotten is like this older witch lady. No, she's not the witch. Noon is the witch. No, Noon's the younger character. She's a witch and she's like on this mission of some kind. Can't really remember Ninth Reign that well. I'll probably reread it before I read these two. And then there's this character who's like a swordsman, who's like, yeah, he used to be a prince or something, but now he's like the bodyguard for this old, what's her name? Oh, Vintage. Vintage is the scholar, and she's older, and she reminds me a lot of I can't remember what's her name. Is it Isabella from the A Natural History of Dragons series? So she's very interested, and there's loads of stuff going on. There's like this ancient race with some sort of tree, and there's a lot of sort of chaotic energy to it, but yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed the first one, so I'm really excited to read these two, and the characters are very lovable, so yeah, looking forward to them, and they're so pretty. Yeah. Okay, so then next we have The Liar's Knot by Emma Carrick. This is the sequel to The Mask of Mirrors. This was sent to me by the lovely Orbit, which I was very excited about because I really enjoyed the series so far. And I've read The Liar's Knot and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I would highly recommend. I think I gave this like 4.75 stars. I liked it slightly more than Mask of Mirrors. But I love Mask of Mirrors as well. Yeah, so this has some of my favourite characters, like Bargo, I love him, Ren, Grey. I actually really love Grey in this book. So the first book is kind of following Ren, who's grown up as like a street orphan in the city of Nazara, and then she runs away after like killing her street boss. And then she's coming back to pose as a noble and trying to scam all the nobles, so she's basically running this big con. Then there's like lots going on in the city. There's this dream magic, there's like tarot magic, there's all sorts of so many secret identities. There's this figure called the Rook who is like a sort of vigilante for like the poor. Yeah, I guess he's sort of a bit Robin Hoody. And you're like all throughout the first book you're trying to figure out who the Rook is, which is really fun. So yeah, so The Liar's Knot just kind of expands on that. There's so much good like character banter. The romance in this one I really loved. If you told me in book one that I would be like shipping these two characters and like really loving the romance, I would have been like, what? But I really liked it in this book, so yeah, I would highly recommend this series. And thank you to Orbit. And then Golank sent me Cytonic by Brandon Sanderson, which is really pretty. I feel like these covers, they don't look like, whenever I've seen them in like on pictures, they never look that pretty to me, but actually in real life it's way prettier. Like, I really like it. Yeah, so I read this one as well. I read it on audio because I really love the audiobooks, but I'm really excited to have a physical copy. And this is Brandon Sanderson's I don't know what the series is called, Skyward series, I think. The third book in the series. Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. This one's really fun. I feel like Brandon Sanderson went, you've all had a tough year, let's just give you a fun romp in this sci-fi jungle of like space adventurers. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I love Brandon Sanderson as an author, and yeah, it's very pretty, so I'm pleased to have it in my collection. Okay, and then last one, and this one is my like book fairy gift. So every year my grandpa like gets everyone a gift from the book fairy, which I've been doing ever since we were little. So this year I put in my request, and the book fairy got me Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. So I had read this one already, but I really wanted a physical copy because I loved it so much. It's like probably my favourite YA fantasy of the year. I've had a bit of a like on-off year with YA fantasy, but I love this one. And the cover's really pretty. Yeah, I love the like side. It just looks so like classic. And yeah, I'm really excited to have this as a physical copy. It has illustrations. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, look at that. The arc didn't have illustrations. Oh, that's so cool. I'm really excited now. Let's see if I can find any more. But yeah, okay, anyway, so yeah, so I really enjoyed this one. This is another like con artist-y one. So this one's following Vanja, and she is, I think she's like, yeah, she's just like an orphan who's been raised by the gods, Death and Fortune, and she, like, it's because it's a retelling of the Goose Girl, so she like switches places with this princess. So she's now pretending to be the princess, and the actual princess has like been made into a goose girl who's like in the slums of the city. But we're following Vanja, so she's acting as the princess, and she is sort of also pulling off all these jewel heists. So she's robbing all the rich at the same time. And then one day one of the gods, not Death or Fortune, but a different god, curses her because apparently she's a bad person. And so she has to, I can't remember exactly what it is. It's something like she has to, what does she have to do? She has to like atone for her sins basically, or she'll turn into a jewel. So she's going about trying to like do all these good deeds, but it's so funny. Vanja's such a funny main character. And then there's also this like junior inspector called Emmerich, and he's like on Vanja's trail, but he's so funny. The dynamic between them is hilarious. I just love that. Was one of my favourite things about the book. There's also some really great side characters. Yeah, I just highly recommend this book so much. Yeah, if you want to hear more gushing, then watch my favourites video. So yeah, so that is the last book in this haul. It's a very exciting haul, probably my favourite haul of the year, just because there's like getting sent gifts and also some favourite books like Jade Legacy, Little Thieves, and some books I'm really excited for, like The Beast Player and The Vanished Birds. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if you got any books for Christmas and which books they were. Yeah, I would really love to know. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Yeah, and I hope you're all having a really great day, and I'll see you next time. Oh, I forgot to mention actually, I should have probably mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but I've decided to do like a 12 days of bookmas thing, so hopefully we'll see if I stick to it. I'm gonna upload a video every day for like the 12 days of Christmas. So this video is going up today, Boxing Day, and then like the one on the 27th all the way through to the 6th of January. So that is very exciting. Yeah, so I hope you're looking forward to seeing more of my face. Hopefully it's not too ugly. Yeah, so anyway, I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, I hope you're all having a really great day. I might have already said that, but I'll see you tomorrow.